What's up, peeps? How are we all going in this time that we're living in? These pandemic times, corona times, not the beers, obviously. Do you feel like you're accomplishing much, or do you feel like you're just stuck at home? You feel like there's something missing and that you could be doing more? Well, in today's video, I'm going to talk about turning challenges into opportunity, given where we're at. So, enjoy. So, we're sitting in a lockdown, essentially. There's not many cars on the streets, there's not many people in the city, not many people out and about, and people are finding it challenging to be locked inside. People are abiding by the rules, which is good. It's also good to get out and exercise as well. You know, need to clear your mind every now and again, get into nature. So for me, I guess what I've been going through is, I've had ups and downs with especially the whole, spanner being thrown in the works with me, leaving Australia and, going on this adventure of a lifetime essentially, which was essentially what all the YouTube channel was going to be about mostly. But just adding all the flares and elements that I'd learnt over the past 3 to 5 years working on myself and diving into how the mind works and the unconscious and all the tools that I used that have helped me. But that's okay. Happy to be here. Happy to keep driving forward with the videos and tools and what people can utilize in their life. So yeah, but obviously it has been challenging. It's been a challenging time for all of us. For myself, I was doing Uber income dropped dramatically. I was in the car driving around for 7 hours for a few days in a row, $50 in that 7 hours. So my income dropped, and that was unfortunate, not saving, not even really being able to make enough to pay for things. However, thanks to one of my lovely friends, I got hooked up with some labouring work, and now that's what I'm doing throughout the week just to keep myself afloat. And going into it, I didn't know how it was going to kind of go, but it's been fine. I've just learnt as I've gone, really, and I knew a lot more than I thought I did, which is awesome. So that's what's keeping me afloat as of now. But I've also had a lot of things come up in my mind about thinking about, okay, well, now that I'm here, I'm going to be here for an extended period of time mostly. So what can I do with that time before I'm able to go? Maybe I'm not able to go for 1.5 years. Maybe I'm not able to go for a year. Who knows? It's like, what can I utilize in this time now that I have now? Before I was going on this big travel trip, I planned to do my diploma of clinical hypnotherapy and strategic psychotherapy this year, just going further deep into the hypnosis, deep into the unconscious and the psychotherapy aspect. But I pushed that down the path because I was going to go traveling. And in the last week, I've had discussions with the Institute of Applied Psychology, and that is what I'm starting next month. I'm starting my course. I'm going to get that done, and by the time I finish that, I can help a lot of people and also be able to take that with me wherever I go. And that's the ultimate reason why I learnt a lot about myself and wanted to obviously make a difference in my life and get to know myself more and shift and change. And that's why I'm driving towards this course. This is the course that I mentioned in one of my other videos, should pop up, where I dealt with pretty bad anxiety, like debilitating, for over a year, just under over a year or over a year. And then that shifted and changed and now created really good habits that I'm able to navigate through life more effectively, and I don't get those feelings anymore. I do get like slight anxiety at times, but nothing out of the ordinary. And yeah, it shifted my life, so I wanted to give back, and that's why I'm doing the course. Powerful stuff. So I'm doing that. So I'm happy. It's a good thing that I'm creating moving forward. It's allowed me to also look into, well, what can I do in this time also? I can learn more Spanish. So I'll probably go back and do classes after I finish my course. That means I'll, go to Peru or South America with so much more Spanish than I originally would have had. So that's done. I can connect with my family more, which is what I feel like is happening. I think people are connecting a lot more in general just because they're in this isolation aspect. So we want to reach out and connect, which is nice, And I'm able to learn more songs, learn more guitar songs, take more medicine songs over with me when I, go over there and go into ceremony and just travel and learn. So I'm really increasing the learning of what I'm doing with guitar, which is awesome. So, right now it's kind of, it's survival. We're in a state of survival. I don't know how long I'll be able to take on this labouring work. It might only be temporary, but I'm utilising it while I can. I was lucky enough to pay out all my debts last year, so the course I've got the money for, but obviously I'm dipping into savings in a time where things are uncertain. But it's okay, I'm just taking a chance because I know it's gonna help. It's gonna help a lot of people. So, as much as the social distance does suck, like I said, we're able to connect to our family a bit more. We are able to connect to our friends on these apps and FaceTime, whatever. And all we have to do is ring, send a text, and ultimately we're in touch. When we're not going out and seeing people as regular as we did, it's really good that we still keep in contact so we don't turn into like a little hermit and just crawl up in a corner like twitching because you're too lonely. So reach out to your friends, your family in this time. It's important for you, a bit of social kind of vibe. The other things that I'm going to be able to do myself is it's giving me more time to save, which is a great thing. Can stay overseas for longer. And it's also, allowing me to work on these opportunities with friends, which I've, recently had ideas about. So can bring that up. I'm just looking at things as an opportunity, because if I look at things in a negative light, then that's not going to drive me anywhere. So always looking at things in an opportunity. Continuing to work on myself and the new things that I can create in my life. Constantly always learning and growing, and I think this is just allowing time to kind of come more into myself. I feel at peace pretty much throughout this whole period. I feel at peace. Obviously, there's stuff going on in the world which is out of my control, and I just have to let go of that. There's a video about letting go, because I have no control over it. So I've just got to make the best of the situation that I'm in to move forward. So in these times, turning challenges into an opportunity is a great way to think of them. This is a challenge that we're going through. What can you do to turn it into an opportunity? So there's 3 tips that I'll give you. And the first one is, what is something that you've wanted to do for a while? Ask yourself that question. What is something that you've wanted to do for a while or wanted to learn that you just haven't made the time for, or you haven't given yourself the space to learn it or grow from it? And it could be anything. It could be something small. It could be something big. You work towards it now because now you've got a bit of space to be able to. You're not going out partying on the weekends, or You know, the social kind of vibe's a bit dead at the moment. So what is it that you can create right now? Could be a musical instrument, could be art, could be, you know, learning a course. I know that there's a lot of courses that are going for cheap now online because of what's happening, and that's a good time it's a good time to take advantage of these, you know. What else? There's things that you can do and utilize with your time. Upskill, learn a language. A lot of these things will actually help and enable you to grow and learn. You know, our brain like just wants to constantly learn and grow. So, yeah, tip number 1, ask yourself that question. What is it that I've been wanting to do and that I can now do? Second thing with that, to drive your motivation, focus on what it would feel like to be accomplishing what you're learning or what you want to learn, you know, or even set out little accomplishments along the way. So focus on what you will feel and what will happen when you're accomplishing it. This will help drive that skill set or drive that learning or drive that growth into what you want to create. And then it's just taking action with it, you know. Completely possible to do. Like, I have all the belief in you. If I'm creating all these things and I'm doing all these things in my life, remember, I'm no different from you. I'm no different. I'm just another human being. I'm just sharing what I have to say about it, my perspectives on things. I believe in you just as much as I believe in myself. It's true. Because I know we're all capable. We can all do something. 3. So even if it's not something where you can upskill or learn something new, what is it that you're actually interested in your current life? Learn more about it. Maybe just get a book or just get lots of books on it. Learn about money, learn about, you know, history, like, you know, a certain time that you enjoyed. Just upskill your brain in that, because you've got a bit more time to be able to do that. And you'll find you'll get a sense of joy out of it, and that sense of accomplishment obviously will come through. So, recap, utilize those 3 tips and they will help you drive forward with a bit of momentum. First one was ask yourself that question, what is the thing that I haven't made time for in the past, but I can make time for now? Or what do I want to learn and that I've put off? And then secondly, focusing on that feeling of accomplishing what you want to do and feeling what it's going to be like once you've crossed that bridge, and then where that can stem. It's all about the journey, not the destination. And then 3, if it's not something to do with upskilling, just do something in line with your interests. It doesn't have to be learning or growing on such a big scale. It can be just a small scale. You know, I have a good friend who she's been drawing mandalas for, I don't know now, maybe 5 months, and they just get better and better. You know, it's a meditation. Love you, Steffi. On an end note, if there's any way that I can help you in any way, even if it's just a chat, even if it's just give you a spirit hug, then reach out, let me know. These are the challenging times that we're in, and we're all in it together. We'll all get through it. It's going to happen. As always, peeps, down below, you know what to do. You know, you can eat them. No, don't eat them. They don't taste very nice. Comment down below and tell me, what is something that you wanted to do in the past that you didn't give yourself time for, or you didn't have the time for, that you can now do? Or what is it that you want to upskill in or learn or grow from? Comment down below. Cool. And as always, peeps, make someone smile today. Something so small can make a huge difference. I know it is a challenge, obviously, because a lot of us are stuck in home, but just a simple message that you can send to someone, appreciating your friendship with them, family, kinship, whatever, small thing. And as always, as well, keep on keeping on. Much love and have an awesome day. Peace.